Hello everybody, it's Kiriyawave here, and today I'm going to do my 1000 subscriber special Q&A. Thank you all who asked your questions. I received over 16 comments asking me questions, and most of you guys asked the maximum of 5, so this should be fun. No, I'm not being sarcastic. I really appreciate the questions, guys. Thanks. So, get a drink or something, because we're probably going to be here a while. Oh, and for the sake of variety, since I got over 16 comments asking questions, I will be alternating avatars after 4 comments apiece, since there are 16. So let's begin with the first set of questions. Susan the Karia fan asks, what is your opinion on the new Pokemon games coming out? Specifically, Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. What is your favorite countdown you ever did, single and co-op? What is your opinion on Italia? Do you like it? If so, who are your favorite characters? If you could cosplay as anyone, who would it be and why? And if you could meet any voice actor/actress, who could it be and why? And yes, I know it said would. I'm being an idiot for some reason. To answer your first question, I'm interested in the idea of the Gen 3 remake. I'm hoping they bring in more Mega Evolutions because if they're going to keep this stupid-ass concept, I want to see them use more of it. Favorite countdown I ever did, in terms of single, would probably be either top 49 legendary Pokemon, or maybe even top 7 homunculus synths. Co-op, out of the ones I did, I'd say my favorite is probably either Cutest Pokemon or Kalos Pokemon. My opinion on Italia is that I kind of like it, it's pretty fun. And my favorite characters from it are Germany, and there is another character that I like, but you'll see that shortly. Your next question was if I could cosplay as anybody, who would it be? I'd probably cosplay as Itachi. Out of all the Akatsuki members, I probably have the closest resemblance to all of them since I have brown hair. I even have an Akatsuki jacket. It wouldn't be too hard to get the rest of the parts done. And if I could meet any voice actor/actress, I would probably like to meet Dan Green. I mean, he's a great voice actor, he's pretty funny in his roles, and I just find him to be entertaining. Next questions come from Demon Slayer Darkna. Number 1, thoughts on Pokemon Conquest. When is your X4 and X6 review going to come out? What are your predictions for E3? Favorite artist or band? And can I give you a hug? To answer your first question, yes, I did play Conquest, and I did enjoy it. As for X4 and X6, there's kind of a bit of an issue with that, considering problems at the moment, mainly that I can't get my hands on the Wii, since, well, been busy with stuff, and my sister has it at the moment. I will try to get them out eventually, but I need to replay them again. My predictions for E3 are a little bit complex because I have a prediction that they're going to talk more about Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, but who knows? We'll have to wait and see when that comes out. Another reason why it's so tricky is because, well, the whole leak information. I know we're going to get more information on Smash 4, especially with the 3DS release getting so close. I'm hoping they'll release a new Star Fox game eventually. Maybe we'll get information on a new Metroid title. Mainly a lot of Nintendo's IPs. I don't believe in the rumor that they should go for another console because, frankly, that would just put so much distrust in the fans. But we'll have to wait and see for E3, but hopefully that answer was enough to suffice. My favorite artist? I got a bunch actually. 3 Days Grace, Evanescence is okay. Breaking Benjamin, Linkin Park's pretty good at some points. Depends on my mood. What else? There's a lot of good artists. Kinda hard to pick. Oh, Dragon Force is another good one. It's really hard to decide. As for your fifth, yeah, sure. If you don't mind hugging a computer screen. Jared Sir asks, do you think the X and Y anime will be better if they ignore Team Flare and only focus on Team Rocket? Do you think we will ever be able to go to a whole story arc in the anime with Brock not appearing in it at all? If they do an X and Y 2, do you think they'll put more effort into it than they did with Black and White 2? Do you think Mega Legendaries were an unnecessary part of X and Y? Really, Team Rocket nowadays, with the exception of Generation 5, is just as bland as Team Flare. To the point where I just stopped giving a shit about the anime anymore because it just, I'm sorry, but it sucks. If anything, I'll just stick with the games, because at least it has some decency, I guess? Like, your second question. They kind of are doing that with the 2 filler seasons we got. You know, Decolora and the Best Wishes Team Plasma arc. Your third question. I hope they put more effort into X and Y 2. I don't think it's going to happen, but then again, that's even if we get a second X and Y game. I'm hoping, but again, can't guarantee for certain. Your fourth question. Yes, I do think Mega Legendaries were unnecessary. Let me put it like this. Mewtwo has a higher base set total than Arceus, the god of Pokemon. Does anyone see the problem with that? Okay, next question. Joe asks me, do you like fish sticks? Why are you a furry? Favorite TF2 class? Do you like Minecraft? Do you fap to Pokemon? No, I'm not answering your first question. I know where the joke's gonna head off to, and I'm not answering it. Why am I a furry? Because I sometimes like to draw anthros because it gives me something to do. But I need to clarify this, that I'm not doing this for sexual reasons or anything like that, because I don't think they're sexy. Why? Because having sex with an animal is bestiality, aka rape! Yeah, it's a funny little thing there, isn't it? No, I don't think they're sexy. I just draw them because I get bored and I want to do something else aside from drawing regular Pokemon or humans. Your third question. Probably the Pyro. I probably spent the most time with the Pyro than any other TF2 class. And one that's probably had more kills. Do I like Minecraft? Yeah, I do like Minecraft. When I get the opportunity to, I get to take some time off and play the game when I'm not working on any video. And your final question. No, I don't. And I already answered why with the whole furry comment. Okay. Hunter Banks asked, what do you think is your best countdown? Who is your favorite YouTuber? Do you think 2014 has been a good year for the entertainment industry, like TV, movies, video games, etc.? What is your favorite animated movie? And what is the worst song you've ever heard? To answer your first question, I kind of already answered that with Susan Lucario fans question, so I'll go back a few minutes if you want to know what that one is. Who is my favorite YouTuber? There's a lot of favorite YouTubers. I can't classify as the best. Sorry. Most of the ones that I put in my feature tab are YouTubers I enjoy. Others are people that I'm subscribed to, and you may notice that in my activity box, but I don't know if you might because YouTube's glitching on that. Do I think 2014 has been a good year? Well, we got some good movies. Video game-wise, I think we're going to get some of the better video games later on in the year. Triple Deluxe, I hear, is doing pretty well, disregarding the whole IGN incident. TV, debatable. Favorite animated movie? There's a lot of good ones, once again. Let's a couple examples I can think of. Aladdin was pretty good. Aside from that, I can't really pick any other ones, because I really don't watch that much movies anymore, and yeah, I guess Aladdin at the moment. Sorry. And what is the worst song I've ever heard? Disregarding the ones that pretty much have meme status, like What Does the Fox Say, etc., I'd say the worst song I've ever heard is probably any Nicki Minaj song. No effort put in. ShadowX511 asks, have you ever played a Resident Evil game? If so, what's your favorite? I've only played one Resident Evil game for the Wii for like 5 minutes when I was on my cousin's, and I can't remember the name. Sorry. I think it was an on-rails shooter, but that's all I can remember from it. I don't think I got a glance at the title. 2. Do you think Mewtwo will be in Smash Bros. Wii U/3DS? I hope so. When Greninja was revealed, I originally thought it was going to be Mewtwo. No joke. Do you like the GameCube Pokemon games? I only played Coliseum, and I liked it. The only other one I could think of was Channel, and you probably know the rest. XD I've not played. I might get to that eventually. What are your thoughts on the Mega Man fanbase? Without going into a huge rant, I did that on Twitter. All I'm going to say is I will link a video in the description to ClementJ642's video on Mega Man and self-entitlement. What he says in that video is pretty much what I was going to say on the topic. So I'll post the link in the description to that guy's video, and that's pretty much my opinion. Because if I were to go into further detail, this video would be longer than it's probably going to be. Sorry. But thanks for your questions. Watermaster Fawn asks, no, I'm not answering where do I live. Why do you never have a constant avatar? Yoshi or Luigi? Why is Samurott so low on the list? Are we ever going to collab again? And why Mountie Chief? Well, to be fair, Fawn, I thought I had one for a while, Nobunaga Oda, and I still use him. Why do I show a Big Mac? I just feel like it. It's kind of like Avatar OCD. Yoshi or Luigi? Yoshi, for 2 reasons. 1, I mained as Yoshi for a bit on Brawl. And 2, it's so goddamn cute. 3, why is Slamrot so low? Would you rather have him not on the list at all? But in all seriousness, probably because I didn't use Samurott that much in competitive play, so that's probably why. Plus, I don't really have that much personal experience with Samurott, so yeah. We ever gonna collab again? I thought we were working on a collab. What exactly happened with that? Because I think it was like discussed months ago. But I guess that can be a matter settled in private. Why Mountie Chief? Well, lately I've taken out the Chief part because I thought that sounded a little too pretentious. Why Mountie? Canadian. And that's one of the names of the police force we have up here. Sonic Tales Mega Fan asked, favorite Sonic spin-off title? Favorite Mario spin-off title? What 3 games are you most hyped for not counting Super Smash Bros. 4? Favorite stage and vocal song in the Sonic series? And favorite stage in the Sonic series? To answer your first question, I guess maybe Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing Transformed. It's kind of hard to say because Sonic doesn't have that many great spin-offs, at least to me. Favorite Mario spin-off title? Ugh, that's a trickier one because, well, Sonic doesn't exactly have that great spin-off titles. Mario does. There's a lot of good ones. I think it mainly depends on my mood. Sometimes I'll play Toadstool Tour. Sometimes Mario Tennis, when I had the Wii, that is. Sometimes maybe Mario Kart. I still have to get back to Mario Kart 7. I don't think I unlocked everything in that game. Which is actually kind of funny because I found Mario Kart DS a while back. Really just depends on my mood. I'd pretty much say all the spin-off titles are pretty good. At least the main ones we keep getting. I have not picked up a 3DS version yet, and I heard a bunch of shit regarding the Season Pass, so that's probably going to deter me from buying it. Your third question. Well, I was hyped for Triple Deluxe, then that game came out, so I'm probably going to say Alpha Sapphire / Omega Ruby. I guess maybe Shantae's newest game. I don't know, I may not even pick it up. And Mighty Number 9. I heard a bunch of good stuff about that. Favorite stage and vocal song in the Sonic series? Okay, this is kind of weird because you asked this question twice, so I'm gonna, for the sake of this, answer the vocal song. My favorite vocal song in the Sonic series, that's a toss-up between a bunch. There's a lot of good ones. Reach for the Stars, Endless Possibilities, okay. Night of the Wind's pretty good. His World is a little good, it's a little overplayed. The Sonic Heroes theme song, What I'm Made Of. We Are is okay. Open Your Heart's pretty good as well. And that's really about it. Live and Learn's a little too overrated for my taste. Favorite stage in the Sonic series? For 2D and 3D, I'll answer this. For 2D, I'd probably say maybe Angel Island Zone, I guess. It's been a while since I played 2D Sonic, so there's that. And 3D, there's a lot of good ones again. I'd probably say Crisis City's probably one I'd replay the most. And I'm not talking about the 06 version, I'm talking about Generations. It's pretty good. Especially when it took me so long to get that freaking achievement for not dying once in that segment where you had to run away from the freaking cars and sorry. I'm just going to move on to the next question. Hopefully that answers it. Black Serpent Beta asks, suddenly you grow wings and gain the power to fly. What now? Easy. I fly. That's it. I mean, what else would you do when you fly? Fly to a McDonald's? Baker Maru asked, where'd you get the cute Riolu doll? Any thoughts on the newcomers of Smash 4? Are your theories almost ready? What Pokemon do you want to have a Mega Evolution? And who's your latest favorite / favorite of the Koopalings? To answer your first question, I got the Riolu plushie on eBay. The funny thing is, though, is that this is actually one of the newer designs they have for it since the Best Wishes anime came out. So you can probably find one for a pretty good price on there when you're not getting hit by scams because eBay's home to that shit. I'm not going to discuss my thoughts on all the newcomers because that would take forever, so I'll just say they're all pretty good. I was surprised to see the villager there, but interesting. As for the theories, I tried posting the first one on YouTube, but that didn't go too well. But I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with the theories. It's kind of hard to do one when balancing out a lot of other videos. However, I will link another link in the description, which leads to the second theory I provided on Genesect. So if you want to check that out, I'll provide a link. 4. There's a lot of Pokemon I want to see have a Mega Evolution, such as the Hoenn starters, with the exception of Blaziken, maybe the Sinnoh starters. There's a lot of good Pokemon that I would love to see get Megas in the next generation. I just love it. It's kind of hard to say. Who knows, maybe we'll get some of the predictions that a lot of people are saying on, say, DeviantArt, like Mega Flygon, in the Generation 3 remake. But I'd probably go with the Hoenn starters. Number 5, least favorite / favorite of the Koopalings. I didn't get that far in Mario World. I did beat Mario 3 recently. But none of them really stood out, so I don't really have a favorite, but least favorite? Probably Wendy. Not a big fan of her. The Moviegoer 14 asks, if John had 5 apples and Susie had 6, why can't they just shut up and eat? So your joke question, okay. What films or games would you consider to be a guilty pleasure? What is your favorite video game power-up? Is this the Krusty Krab? If you could have anyone in the new Smash Bros. Game, who would you like to see? Disregarding your joke question, because I kind of already answered that, I guess. Film / games. I'd probably say the original Transformers is a guilty pleasure. I'm talking about the Michael Bay version. Game? There's a lot of good guilty pleasures. I like Ski and Shoot, and that game got mediocre reviews. I think that's really all I can think of at the moment. I try to play more good games and stay away from the bad games, so yeah. Favorite video game power-up? Oof, another good one. A lot of them come from the Metroid series, so some of them would be the Ice Beam, Screw Attack, Space Jump, Wave Beam. There are so many great examples of it, but I can't list. But I was able to list a few examples, so I hope that'll help. I'm sorry, but it's really hard to decide. Your next question? To answer your next question, nah, this is a YouTube channel. And to answer your last question, well, I think a lot of the characters that I would love to see are already either in the game as veterans or newcomers. Dark Ace asks, are you a fan of metal? What are you to do with people who make a big deal about your opinion on a game, boss, etc.? Most overrated fanfiction? What's your take on pro wrestling, aka WWE? Favorite reference to use in a video? To answer your first question, yes, I'm a fan of metal. I love their music. It's pretty good. Haven't really found a crappy band aside from Metallica, but even then that's kind of debatable, if they're even metal. Your second question. Doesn't really bother me because really, I've said this before. Why should I be the only one who can speak my mind about something? If people don't like what I have to say, they have a right to speak it. Because really, opinions go both ways. So I don't really mind it. Most overrated fanfiction? Cupcakes. Before anyone says, no, that's a creepypasta, it was originally a fanfiction. So, I'd say Cupcake. My take on pro wrestling? It's pretty okay. I'm not a big fan of WWE or Raw, so there's that. And favorite reference? Probably the Meloetta dance that I use every once in a while. Caesar the Bus 2 asks, how butthurt are you knowing that Gen 3 got remakes? When are you... I assume that this was supposed to be directed towards me. When are you going to accept that Gen 1 is the only good generation of Pokemon? And any future series after the top 80 Pokemon? To answer your first question, I don't really mind that Gen 3 got remakes. I don't consider Gen 3 a horrible game, it was just a disappointing generation to me. To answer your second question, okay, I'm going to assume that you asked this either towards me or to Gen 1ers. But I'm assuming based on the way you phrased it, it was directed towards me. Simple. When Gen 1 actually gets a good remake. Shots fired. As for any future series, well, I have a few countdown ideas in the works, but I have to wait till top 80 is complete. Okay, Jungle Zone Radonsky asks, if you had to choose one video game to play forever, what would it be and why? 2. There are games like Call of Duty called for basically releasing the same game every year. What do you think? Do you think Nintendo will bounce back with the Wii U this year? Iwata was talking about a new piece of hardware. Do you think that's the rumored Nintendo Fusion everyone's talking about? Will video games ever greatly change the world again? To answer your first question, I'd probably say Minecraft, because there's an infinite possibility. Plus, you can do pretty much anything. To answer your second question, yeah, I do agree that Call of Duty really hasn't done anything really innovative since Modern Warfare. Even then, that's debatable. So yeah, I do agree that it's pretty much a copy-paste sequel. To answer your third question, no, I don't think so. I'm not going to say that the Wii U should just die off and they should make another console, but I am going to say that I'm not going to purchase a Wii U unless given an absolute reason. Nintendo screwed over a lot of its customers with what they have done recently. Even disregarding the whole fair use claim for Let's Plays, Nintendo has pretty much screwed over a lot of their fan base with a lot of other stuff they've done. And I think the Let's Play thing didn't help their matters. I mean, why would you want to buy a console that was pretty much last generation and has a freaking iPad used as the controller? I'm sorry, but that doesn't interest me. But, who knows, maybe I'm wrong. Certainly going to be picking up the 3DS version of Super Smash Bros. Though, so, yeah, there's that. Your fourth question, sorry. I haven't heard of the Nintendo Fusion rumor, so, yeah. I guess, maybe. I'm sorry, I just never heard of it. I think I might know what you're talking about. Are you talking about the thing that allows people to play 3DS games on the Wii U? Because I'm not sure. Because I heard a rumor of that as well. And 5, will video games ever greatly change the world again? Well, there's a bunch of cases where that's true. I mean, it's possible. I mean, I think there was even a case a while back saying something along the lines of a TV star quit his job and wrote a book about Earthbound. Video games have had a big role in society, disregarding stupid retards that complain that it causes school shootings. So I think it's already made a huge impact already, even in this age. Okay. Flumpy Truck asks, what inspired you to make videos? Where does this Riolu doll come from? Where do you wait, sorry. What's your favorite generation of Pokemon and why? To answer the first question, the person that inspired me to make countdowns at least was Animal Guy 001, aka False Minion. I loved his content and I wanted to get into making videos like it. And he gave me the push that I needed to get the ball rolling and to make better countdowns. I already answered the second question, so yeah. Third, kind of funny. And fourth, what's your favorite generation of Pokemon and why? I'm not going to say, oh, watch Top 5 Pokegen's remake. No. I'd say Gen 4. Physical Special Split had a really great remake of Gen 2, and I kind of enjoyed it. Last question. BHOX Castform 123. Which 5 are your least favorite creepypastas? Do you read any fanfics? If so, which is your favorites? Is there one live-action movie you really despise? Can you speak any other languages? And what are your top 10 favorite YouTubers? Oh boy, the first one. Okay. I'm not going to make a little, welcome to top 5 yet. No, I'm not doing that. But I will say this, that 3 that come to the top of my mind are Jeff the Killer, ProJared.exe, and anything related to the EXE series. You know, the ones that are titled .exe. You know why I say that? Simple. Because every freaking story I've read involving the .exe creepypasta series has been garbage. Sonic.exe is overrated as hell, and I'm just gonna leave it at that because I've already dipped my toe into a very touchy subject. But another crappy creepypasta I read is Cupcakes again. If you don't want to argue that it's not a fanfiction, it's a creepypasta, I hate it. To answer your second question, yes, I do occasionally read a fanfic. In fact, recently I got into this Pokemon Amazing Race crossover that I still need to read a bit more of. So that'd probably be an example. Reddit Discord's pretty good as well. Little plug to Disney Fanatic. To answer your third question, there's a bunch. I'm not a fan of the Watchmen movie released. It was kind of boring to me. Superman 4 was pretty shitty. Transformers 2 was shit. And I think that was really about it. Can I speak any other language? Not really, no. As for your top 10 favorite YouTubers question, I'm not a big fan of those kind of lists, so all I'll say is the people in my featured list and the people I'm subscribed to are some of my favorite YouTubers. It's really hard to get into a subject like that, so I apologize. So that's it for all the questions I've received. Thank you all for asking your questions, I really appreciate it, and thanks for the 1,000 subscribers. Peace, guys.